You're a dad, you're an entrepreneur. You're building a business and trying to be present for your kids. But here's the reality. If you don't learn how to delegate early, you'll either burn out or blow up your family. What's up, guys? This is Philip Sessions, founder of Refined VA, where we help business owners where we help dadpreneurs get virtual assistants so they can buy their time back to be able to spend it with their family. And in today's episode, I'm going to break down why mastering delegation is one of the most powerful things, one of the most powerful skills you as a dadpreneur can learn, and how it can actually give you your time back, grow your business faster, and help you lead both your team and family better. Now let's dive in. You can't scale what you don't let go of. Most dadpreneurs hit a ceiling, not because a lack of effort, but because of a lack of refusing to let go of control early enough. And here's the thing, delegation isn't easy, but it's also not a sign of laziness. It's actually a sign of greatness. I used to get bogged down in admin tasks myself. I would be trying to respond to people while I was trying to put the kids to sleep. I was trying to spend time with my wife, but then I would be getting messages in on social media, especially Facebook, and I was trying to respond to everything. I thought I needed to respond to it now. But here's the thing, I realized two things. One, I didn't need to respond to it right then and there. That person was going to be waiting. They weren't expecting me to respond to them then. And if they really expected that, they probably should have called me. But secondly, they're not somebody that we're best buds. So most people that are reaching out to you on social media, while yes, they may be ready to buy now, if that's the reason why they don't work with you, that's gonna be okay. But number two that I did there was I got an assistant in place to help me, an executive assistant more specifically, in place to help me with my messages. All those messages that were coming in, I had her help me out by responding to those, reading them and saying, hey, Philip, you need to take a look at this. And she would go through periodically throughout my day to be able to answer those things so I could have more time with my family, more time doing the things that would actually build up my business. But the biggest thing of all was that my family started saying, why are you working? And actually really more than that, my daughter would be trying to play with me and she said, Daddy, put your phone down. Oh, gosh, that killed me right there. And I realized that there was a change that needed to happen. And a lot of that change is you. And here's the next thing. Your team can't grow if you don't let them. Think about that micromanager that you've probably worked, at least that you've heard of. You can't stand them because they just have their thumb on you the whole time. They're trying to dictate what you're going to do. They're watching over you and you feel like you're just stuck in this box. You can't hardly do anything. If you breathe too loud, all of a sudden you're going to be doing it wrong. And that's what your team feels like when you give them a task or try to say, hey, can you work on this? And then all of a sudden you're checking up on it right away rather than allowing them to do that work. So you need to let it go so your team can grow. If everything depends on you, you're not building a team, you're building a trap for yourself as well as your team. And truthfully, delegation is how you help people, but it's also how you help yourself, because as a leader, delegation is where you're really going to find yourself learning how to be more of a leader, learning how to actually operate a business. And for me personally, this was hard. I was always a doer. I was always a worker. And I realized that actually delegating something and letting it go to someone else actually made them feel more empowered, made them feel like they were a part of the team and they were actually helping the business out, versus when I would try, I would try and kind of give them something, but I would stay around. They actually felt more trapped because of that. So you need to learn to delegate. It's going to help you be a better leader and grow a better business. And the third reason why you need to learn to delegate earlier is to get time back with your family. It's a return on investment decision. We all know that time is our most precious and limited asset that we have, especially as dads. There's so much pulling at us, the business, friends, our family, our wife, our kids. Our time is very limited. So if you don't learn to start to delegate early, you're going to lose out on all that time. The tasks you're holding on to, like scheduling, emails, editing videos, following up on leads, all of those things are costing you time. All those things are costing you precious moments with your family. Delegating isn't just good for business, it's good for your marriage. But here's the thing, don't wait until you feel like you're ready. Because if you wait till you feel like you're ready to delegate, you're never gonna delegate. You're always gonna have something going on. You're always gonna be too busy. It's going to be hard. Delegating is hard. Letting go of tasks is hard. Training up somebody is hard. But do you want to have the hard of having to spend a little extra time or having a task not be done quite as well because you're not doing it, but yet you lose your family? Which hard are you willing to go through? A divorce or having a client be a little upset because your service wasn't quite done to your caliber because your team is still learning how to do the task? Trust me, the hard of how your clients are going to react is nothing in comparison to how your wife, how your kids are reacting, going through a potential divorce.
Wait.
All of you!
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
So you have to decide to choose your hard. So let me give you one actionable step to help you be able to start delegating tasks to someone else. And if you don't have a virtual assistant, of course, we can help you with that to find your virtual assistant. But the way that you can do that is not by going and creating an SOP. Yes, you can. You can create a standard operating procedure. Actually, you can use ChatGPT to help you out. So I'm going to give you two here. ChatGPT, you can type in there a prompt to help me be able to delegate this task. I want to create a standard operating procedure that gives the exact instructions on how to do this, and then you can go manipulate that to be exactly how you do it, the systems you use and everything. And you can even tell ChatGPT that we use Asana, we use this, that, and the other, all the systems you use. But a better way to do this is literally recording your screen as you're doing the task. If I need to upload something to Facebook, I can record my screen and say, log into Facebook. Here's the login information. Go click on where it says new post or what's on your mind or whatever it says today. Type in a post, click submit or send or whatever it is. You're done. But now you did a video. Yes, you could have talked through it. Well, you should talk through it. Yes, you could have had a written out SOP for this, but having that video will allow the person to go back and watch again and hear you talk through what it is, that task that you're supposed to do and how to do it, but also now they can visually see it through a video. So if you want to start delegating today, start taking videos of the tasks you're doing. Do a screen recording of the videos. You can get janky, get your phone and literally start showing what you're doing on your computer and talk about it. They get to hear you and they get to see what's on the screen. Those two things will be so much more helpful than any SOP ever will be. So creating these systems will amplify your leadership, will allow you to be able to delegate so much quicker. If you want to grow your business and lead your family well, delegation is a non-negotiable. Start small. Give away things like your calendar, like your email, but make sure that you're being intentional. And remember, you're not building a business just to work more. You're building it to live more. And if you made it to the end of this video, we have a busy entrepreneur's delegation guide to helping you learn how to delegate your first tasks. We'll have a link in the show notes so you can take a look at that. It's a free guide to help you be able to buy back your time.